Let me ask you this question. Are you ready to finally stop playing small? We have 23 days left of this year. And if there's one thing I have observed throughout 2024, and I do believe it's still something that you want to really crack going into 2025, then it's that of no longer playing small when you are in whatever room that is. How does that resonate? Or as my mentor would say, let that marinate for a while. Are you finally ready to stop playing small? Here are three things that I see top performers struggle with. And I want to give you one tool that can shift and improve your game from now if you lean in. Most leaders, yes, and it may also include you, they sometimes feel less than. They feel less than when they are in a room with big or difficult personalities. It has nothing to do with how successful the company is and how glamorous it looks on the outside. Company and culture is only as strong as the weakest link. And in each and every company, there's also some people who struggle. That's why they're toxic, because remember, hurt people hurt people. But when you do not know that, when do not have the right tools because you don't learn them in school, you don't learn them in university, and your company does not know those tools, otherwise they would have given you, and the culture would have been so much different or been different, then you don't know how to navigate in that space. But playing small is one of the biggest risks that leaders do right now. Another thing, another challenge that will continue to grow if you do not take control is that because you're afraid of standing in your power, because you play small, because you allow those with higher rank to have more impact or be more important than you, without you knowing, you wait for permission to speak up. You say, I don't do that. All right. You may be one of the few, and I celebrate you in that. But just be truly honest about yourself. When do you wait for permission to speak up? When do you, without everyone, and I think a lot of people can see when you actually waking out of a conversation. But when is it that you show up in a room and you have these inner dialogues going on? Come on, now again, I don't want to hear about this. You just subconsciously just withdrawn and you play small and you judge. No great leader judge, right? You just given away power in that millisecond. It goes so fast when you are not consciously aware of how you show up. So giving away power is a big risk, and it's where you go in your own way or you stand in your own way. And then another big risk, or risk number 3, is your inner dialogue, whatever that is for you. Inner dialogue you're telling yourself, what value do I really bring to the table? And you've been asked, what can you share about this? And you get, right? I don't know how to say, I don't know, right? What is it? Why is it that you're in that room? Most people cannot articulate why they're in that room. They tell about the how, but that's not your superpower. That is not your super muscle. That is not your life force energy. It's the why and your purpose. Most leaders haven't taken the time out to find the purpose, right? And because of you playing small, because you're waiting for permission to speak up, in certain circumstances, when you're in room with people with higher rank where you feel less than, then sometimes you feel unseen, not valued, not respected. And my question to you is, how how long do you want that to continue? It doesn't have to continue that long. The only person who has to say stop is you. Nobody else but you. You have to love yourself so much so that you say, I no longer want to sabotage my own career. I no longer want to sabotage me not giving myself the permission to live full out. Why shouldn't you live full out? Why shouldn't you be able to just share with abundance, with love, with authenticity? Why you think that what they're discussing right now is wrong, right? Why shouldn't you? I want to help you stand in your power. I want to help you be that fearless, amazing man or woman who can show up and who can create more impact just by you being in the room. I truly believe that you have not experienced the fullest expression of yourself, where you can just go in any room, be you, right? And you just ask those questions that nobody else does there to ask and say, you know that when you're in a town hall meeting, oh, I don't know when to ask that question. And then someone else asks that, thank you for asking. Or you would have left the meeting and said, why didn't I ask that question? When you come from a place of abundance, there is no risk. There is no fear. There is no fear, because why shouldn't that be? That fear and abundance is not a match. It is not a match. So unless you are fully happy, can you be fully happy, but happy 24/7? Unless you are unconditional loving, unless you do not judge, unless you just show up, and uh, that's overflow of energy and overflow of time, you will come from lack, and people can feel that. You come from feeling less than, and people can feel that. And those who are a bit more controlling and dominating, they will use that for their advantage, not for your advantage, but for their advantage. And I don't want that to happen for you. I've been there, probably you already there, right? But I've been there too many times, and I sabotage my own success. And I had a couple, more than a couple, but maybe about 7 years ago, I had no tools that would help, because I didn't know how to navigate being in a room with some very toxic people. And we do have toxic people in each and every company. Let's just be really, really fair and honest about this. And it's not something, and my heart is burning now. It is not something HR people are aware about, because they can only be aware about this if they have invested in their own personal development, right? What I want to help you with, and here's the opportunity. I want to help you. I'm so in it. I want to help you be that fearless leader who can stand in your power, who are no longer bend, who are no longer afraid of speaking up, right? I want to help you achieve that goal. And you can achieve it faster and quicker than you ever thought would be possible. And what happens when you stand in your power and don't bend and really show up with curiosity, you will create greater results. You will have better health. You will be happier. Your family will immediately see the transformation, and you will have a better relationship with your kids, right? At the end of the day, it's about living full out. If this speaks to you, join us tomorrow. It's the last free training of the year. We were supposed to have been more impactful challenge. It comes up in January. So now you have the opportunity, and invite you in to join the Fearless and Abundance training. It is a free training. Seats are being taken or filled as we are having this live streaming right now. But here's your invitation. grab one of the last free seats. Do it for yourself. You can thank me later, but you will learn tools that very few people are aware of. My clients tell me that this is transformational, it's transformed their lives. And I know if you're open-minded, a bit receptive of learning new things and tools, and that you do believe that you can become a better version of yourself, then this training is for you. Stop playing small, right? You are meant for more. You are meant to lead and be just you. Don't no longer conform to other people's limited expectations of how they want you to show up. Because are you living a life for whom? For them or for you? I believe it's for you. You do yourself that favor to show up for yourself. But the question is, are you ready? If you are, join us tomorrow.